We love speeding.
Yeah.
Don't tell.
Safely. Yeah.
Give me another Simpsons impression I can do.
Well, no, you got to do the Ted Cruz as Simpsons characters. But Dad,
I'm a vegetarian.
Lisa.
Awful stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're on to the next part of the show here.
The main course, as we call
it. Yes, JTR did it. He did it, dude.
Wait, did we get some sharks?
Yeah, go in live. You'll see it. Yeah.
Oh, let me see if I can.
I can put it in stream. I can put it in the.
Can you put it? There you go. Can you put it somewhere so I can show it on stream?
I just clicked it. I put it in the Twitch chat. That you can also maybe click.
Oh yeah, let me click on. There we go.
There we go, baby. Yeah,
we got sharks.
Oh my
god! Thank you so much, JTR.
This is the craziest show ever, man.
It's a show.
Mark show. This is realistic.
Hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah, awesome. We need
to.
I'm gonna pin this. I'm pinning this in this channel.
Yeah.
Again, if you guys want to join in on the fun and see, we showed you, but if you want to join in, you gotta go to the patreon.com/downdirection.
Yeah. And I want to plug the James Bond episode which we recorded. It's gonna be a good episode. You guys need to get on that.
Yeah, again, it helps if you have watched or are not planning to watch James Bond.
We spoiled the shit out of it.
You either gotta want to watch it, or you gotta not want to watch it all and just hear what we think about it.
We watched the movie. We remember it, so you don't have to.
I've seen it twice.
Like a certain other guy who wears glasses like these.
Yeah. Well, first off, today we are talking about the Rose Bowl. I've gotten this question a couple of times, and we had just gone. I don't know what you can look up. You can just look up a picture of maybe a map of the Rose Bowl.
Well, I was gonna say. Well, you said you don't have much to show off, right? Because I could put a second one of you, but bigger.
Oh, okay. But anyway, so we thought we'd talk a little bit about the Rose Bowl. Maybe answer some questions for 20 or so minutes.
Oh, let me go to their Instagram.
Maybe give some tips about going to the Rose Bowl. So, for those of you who don't know, the Rose Bowl Flea Market is one of the biggest flea markets, at least on the West Coast, probably one of the biggest in the entire United States. It's the second Sunday of every month, and it's local to Pasadena. It's close to where I live. It's really great. I did do an episode on this. A blog post on the Rose Bowl, I think. And it's probably one of the best places to go if you're looking for vintage. I'm a big fan of going, especially I bought a lot of cool stuff here, watches, again, like bold stuff, as well as basics from the Rose Bowl Flea Market. We don't really buy. That's a great chair. That's a great chair. We don't really buy a lot of we don't really shop on eBay as much anymore. We do look at it. I know Spencer does it for work still. We'll occasionally drop stuff in our shopping links section of our Discord. But the Rose Bowl Flea Market is probably one of the biggest places that we've gone to in the past 3 years to basically build a lot of our wardrobe.
It's great to try things on in person.
Yeah. And so that's one of the best things about vintage. If you go there, number one thing is wear clothes that you don't mind maybe changing a little bit. This is not a fad. We do show up some good fits.
Yeah, but you gotta dress simply.
Yeah, again, if you want to try on sport coats shirts, maybe wear a t-shirt. Don't wear a button-up shirt instead. That way you can throw something on over
layering. It's obviously it's when it gets cold at a certain point, you got to do something. But layering in general is not a great idea because
again, I've done it. I've worn a button-up shirt, but I make sure I wear a undershirt with it. That way I can take off my shirt and then wear like try on like like a work shirt or even a sweater or something. It's good to have that there. Obviously, pants are a little bit harder. There's no dressing rooms unless a booth has like a tent with them.
Or they're like, you can duck behind my trailer, my truck.
Yeah, the car or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't mind changing again. I wear a lot of clothes anyway, so it's like, I'm sure my chore coat that is like, jacket length will still cover my ass, if I'm, taking my pants off or something like that. But yeah, that's kind of one of the big things. One of our friends actually went to the Rose Bowl with us, and he wore like a tie and shirt and sport coat, and I'm like, that's not like, don't do that. Unless you're there looking for like accoutrement and like watches, and yeah, why not wear whatever you want, But like typically when we go, like, we find like sneakers or loafers. Like Spencer found like V-tip like 60s derbies over there. Today was Yucatan was back as well as Mont Italy. Yeah, because Mont Italy is also the same guy, so so he had some stuff there. And so like, yeah, we want to try on some Yucatan shoes. Well, then you gotta be able to have something you can take on and off. So I don't wear like, for example, I wear loafers or sneakers when I go. I don't wear boots when I go to the Rose Bowl. Or if I do, I wear like Chelsea boots. I can just slip them on and off. Bring a hat, obviously, to make sure you don't get sunburn and, shield yourself from it. And bring a big tote bag, bring a tote bag of some kind with nothing in it. Maybe bring some extra water bottles or whatever. But, yeah, that's kind of what we kind of bring with us. And so when we go there, we kind of just skip a lot of the main parts. We do sometimes go back through it because there are some clothing areas when you walk in, but we mainly go to the white area, which you see here. You could probably find a bigger map which tells you where the white area is, but you just go just head to this area and then use this map. And this is pretty helpful for us to figure out, because I don't think we've ever used numerical codes to tell us where we are.
I never know where. Like occasionally, like someone will be like, "Oh yeah, I'm in like the 3200 row," and I never knew where that was.
Yeah, this is pretty helpful. So yeah, you go to this white area here, and then you find, there's two bridges there. I mean, someone tell, fuck, what's his name? R.I.P.
Oh, Jeff Bridges? Leon Bridges? Who are you, like...
No!
None of them died.
No! 27 bridges? What the fuck? No, fucking...
Bridges.
13 bridges?
Oh,
no, it's R.I.P.
Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman, that movie where he had to shut down all the bridges in and off of Manhattan. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Rose Bowl, like, this is the main part we go to. Lots of, like, the back part is mainly like streetwear and stuff like that. In the 3800, 3600 row, it's just the sneakers, stuff like that. And then most of like the milsurp is like kind of spread around. And yeah, Yucatan was near the top right. I think it was like booth like 3641 or something like that. They had their samples from Mont Italy. Maybe we could pull up the Mont Italy website. Let's see what's on there.
Let us see.
Mont Italy. And then they had Yucatan shoes. I finally got the Birkenstock ones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's Yuki right there.
Hey.
Wearing some crazy quilted stuff, but so they had some cool jackets, like corduroy. Oh, I guess you can't see it. Wait,
hey, we gotta. I'm sure someone we know has a password, but it's too late. Can't get it.
Collection.
Let's just
how about
look
that?
At their. I want to see their most recent look. Fall winter 2021. So current season. I dig this.
Yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, they had some cool stuff there. They had like they had a the Harris Tweed like frog coat closure short coat, which I thought was really sick.
Oh, those boots are great.
Yeah, the boots are really cool. They didn't have the stacked ones there, but they had the suede roper boots. They had like corduroy like blazers and stuff over there. Yeah, again, the Yucatan shoes are fucking awesome. Yeah, there's the classic shoes that are like the weird like mock Vibram sole strap jodhpur thing.
That's
and
really
so
good.
at the flea market, you sometimes get stuff like this where like they have samples of like designers, And it's really cool. Obviously, these ones you can't really haggle with these ones because they're already being priced so low compared to their retail price. Yeah, none of this was there. Like this is not what they had.
Oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tunic thing. Is that just like that's just a long coat that he has this over. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, with the flea market, I mean, some of the best stuff. Like, what do we normally find there? Like Western clothes, rayon shirts, maybe, boots, Western boots.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of
work shirts,
a lot of shoes, but not a lot of shoes. Not a lot of good shoes. Just a ton of shoes.
It's like maybe you could find some like if you don't want to use eBay to find GH Bass penny loafers, you might find them there. But the thing is with Rose Bowl, it's like maybe they're dried up and cracked because they've just been out in the sun.
There's like a ton of like tents where there's just 40 pairs of shoes laid out, and a lot of them are like weird square-toed, like shitty leather, 80s, 90s, whatever. But occasionally you find some good stuff. I've got like as Ethan said, I've gotten some like 60s like split toes. I've gotten cowboy boots from the flea market. Probably some other shoes.
You know what's crazy though?
What?
Out of one of those random ones, Marco found Roll Club derbies.
Okay.
You know Roll Club, right? By Brian the Bootmaker.
Yeah.
The ones who made the shoes for look it up, Roll Club shoes. On Google here. They're really great, made in America. Roll Club. I think it's ROLE.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah. Let's see how much his boots are. Let's still give some
click on here. Ooh.
Damn, those are
It's really nice. Limited availability. You got to fill out a form. The current waitlist is November 2023.
Yeah, because he all makes them by hand.
Jesus.
And it's just him, I think. Master collection. Please check back.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But Marco got him for $40.
Oh my god.
The guy had no idea. Like it's just like a guy who had a bunch of it was it was just like shoes to this guy,
Yeah. Well, you luck out.
Yeah, and so the thing is with the Rose Bowl is like we don't really think about it too much, as in like what we want. I mean, it's good to have a list. Maybe not a list of things that maybe you'd like want to think about, like buying. Like okay, I want to buy a gray hoodie, like a vintage '60s hoodie, or you want to find vintage Champion, or you want to find like World War II chinos or something like that. It's great to do that so that way you don't waste time like looking at every booth. Because if you're aimlessly walking around, just like a vintage store or whatever, or just like on eBay, it helps to look and be like, okay, well, I want military chinos, so maybe I don't need to look at all the shoe places. Like it's good to have, because otherwise you'll be there all day. And Spencer and I have we used to spend all day there, but now we're good. After 3 or 4 hours, go there at 9:30, get out by before 1 o'clock. That's kind of like our thing now.
Yeah.
One cool thing is that they have a lot of tote bags. Because it's LA, everyone loves their tote bags here, and I guess I can show you guys this. It might be small.
Let me get a big. Let me see if I can just make a big Ethan over here. So this is, oh yeah.
So here we go. A little bit of show and tell for you guys.
Drag you over and stretch you out. Whoa! Ethan got so big.
Hell yeah!
Giant, scary.
He's a giant.
I'm so giant. Can I go now?
You could go now. You could go anytime you like.
Oh, I got this. Eddie Bauer leather tote bag, which I think is really cool. Got nice long straps. You guys already know that Spencer and I have quite a few tote bags. I have a lot of tote bags. I have a custom LL Bean one. I got a custom one from our friends at Clark and Barba, named after myself. And no offense to them, but back then I didn't want the long straps because I didn't want the purse look. But now I know, as I use these for traveling, I need the long straps so it can fit comfortably over my shoulder. Like when I'm wearing tailoring. The small one works if I'm wearing a t-shirt, yeah, but it's tailoring, the sleeves are bigger, maybe if I have a coat on or a chore coat or something, it can get a little uncomfortable and bunch up. So this is really great. I love it. It's got it's kind of got branding on it. Obviously, it's not like the best condition. As in like there's scuffs here. Some I guess there's like some like mark from like some marker or whatever. With the Eddie Bauer stamp right on here. But it's got really good age to the leather. I will say. I do think maybe I should condition it honestly, maybe just in case. But yeah, it's nice and deep. I'm excited to kind of like it looks like it can fit like a camera in it and everything. So I'm really excited for it. And it's got a zipper. You can see here, it's got a zipper top as well, which is good. So I can, if it rains, my shit's not gonna get fucked up because all my other tote bags are kind of just open. So that's what I got. And then I also got a kimono jacket today. Or kimono, like a kimono top, or yeah, I don't know what the correct term is, but if I look up kimono jacket, like I'm sure that's exactly what, Noragis, some kind of it's like a Japanese garment, and it's like kind of like a Sukajan. I guess I could bring it out for you guys. But hold on a second.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Dang, I wanted to go."
Yeah. So
I mean, I was also thinking of buying another one in the first.
Yeah.
Place,
so here it is. You can kind of see the back here. It's black. It's got this really great, like jacquard design on it, which you can see here. Yeah, really lovely black silk. It's made of like a hefty black silk, so it feels like the silk you'd find in like a Sukajan. It's hefty. They had a couple of like more brocadey ones. A lot of lighter, kind of more decorative, there's a lot of sheer or shimmering stuff in it, which I thought was a little distracting. So I saw this one, and this one was cheaper than the other ones. All the other ones were marked like $200. And so I got this, and on the back, which you'll see here, you can see it says Osaka, Japan, and then like a tiger, like a panther or a dragon or something. I can't really. Yeah, I guess it's like a jaguar. I don't know, but you can kind of see the mouth there, and it's in tonal embroidery, which is awesome. So it's like some of the other ones there had it had Japan and like an illustration of the islands or like some kind of like a castle or something in like very vibrant colors, reds, greens, and I kind of like this because like this is less weeby, I think, but I really really like this. Obviously, you guys are thinking like, oh, how are you gonna wear that with tailoring? Just you wait, man. I think I could do it. One thing I think would be cool, and I know it's gonna happen, is if we do a black tie event. I am absolutely wearing that with tuxedo pants and a tuck shirt. Like I think that'd be sick as hell, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe with a cummerbund and like the bow tie, then that way it's not as like it. That way it doesn't look like I'm just wearing a dress shirt with like a shawl. You know what I mean? So I really want this to happen. Maybe we'll have to have like some kind of sad head, and by that I mean not everyone lives in LA, so it'll just be Ethan, MJ, and Spencer. Yeah. David asking how long are the arms? The arms are not long. It's probably about elbow or a little bit past the elbow. It's not exactly the Saffin jacket that I want, which goes to the wrist. Which I don't know. So yeah, 3/4 or maybe just half sleeve. Kind of like a baseball tee. It's not a full one. But yeah, I really like it. It's kind of a new thing for me, but again, if you guys have been paying attention, I have been wearing I've owned a Noragi in my Jimbei for 2 years. And I've always been intrigued about the what do you call it? What do you call this shit?
What do you call this shit?
I don't know what you're going for.
I don't know, I'm just saying that I've always been intrigued with that kind of thing, and so I'm excited to kind of wear it. I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is. I don't know if this is NSFW because it's like a kimono. It could be a women's jacket, honestly. A yukata, maybe.
Is it not safe to work? Not safe for work to wear a women's jacket? What's
the length on it?
It's about. Let me see here. I'm trying to go to my OOTD thing here. It ends about a little past sport coat length, so like thigh, kind of like mid thigh.
So like
Um,
I mean, a hoppy is kind of like that.
a hoppy is pretty close to it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no belt on it, so like it goes over something, and it does. It's kind of like a souvenir jacket. Like the back definitely makes me think of that, you know. Again, I don't know any history on it. I don't know how old it is. The guy who sold it to me was Japanese. I should have maybe asked a little bit. Yeah, not a hoppy, yeah, because those are like more of a work fabric. You know, this is definitely like a silk. You know, like it's kind of a heftier silk. Again, kind of feels like the quilted part of a souvenir jacket. You know, it's that kind of like, you know. Let me see here, Hanten jacket. Yeah, again, there's no front closure on this. Although, the Hanten might be what I'm looking for. I'm looking at this right now, because it's got pockets.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me make you small again. I'm gonna make you small again, and then we'll.
Oh shit! Am I gonna look for Hanten jackets? Because I really want.
I think we'll do a robe search.
Oh shit! I think this is what I want now. Yeah. Okay, it looks like I'm looking for this now.
Okay, let me get this back up here, and let's go to Google image search.
Yeah, Hanten stuff. Maybe a Howery jacket? Who knows? Yeah, but
you
look, the Hanten
on Amazon.
Yeah, well, I don't want that.
You get on Etsy. There's a vest.
Does a Howery coat have pockets?
Oh, this one's cool.
Oh, of course, Yoji has a black one, and it's kind of sick. I want to put this in live real quick here. I guess I could put this. I'm gonna put here.
It's cool.
Humpy makes a quilted Hanten.
Oh,
Humpy.
that's good.
Yeah, the thing is, right? It's like I know this is kind of off topic. We're having a little bit of a mixed episode today.
Mixed
but
bag.
like the Yoji one, right? It's like. See, I like the idea of it, but then like in my head, it's like, oh, dude, imagine just wide leg trousers and loafers. Like you don't have to have like the skirt part, you know, like just kind of. You could argue it's kind of like, you know, anglifying it a little bit, but yeah, I want a hand. Oh man, Jesus, I do want this. This is cool.
Hold on, I'm gonna fill up my water bottle. I'll be back in a second.
The Y3 is more like a hakama. Damn it, man! There's so many of this. I've been looking for, you know, a jacket kind of like this to wear, because I think it's really cool. Damn, do I gotta go? I was like, the thing is, I don't want to go to Little Tokyo, right? Like, it's not gonna be the good shit. That's not what this is, you know. But being able to wear this, I mean, again, like. Is pretty sick here. MJ, write all of these down somewhere, because I can go back and look on eBay or whatever. But yeah, I guess it's kind of like a Howery. I mean, it's probably what I have is probably a women's thing. But yeah, like the sleeves are kind of long. It's got the cuts for like the little parts under the armpits. But. Yeah, it looks. I mean, I looked up a vintage Howery, and I think that's close to it. You know. But yeah, this is it, man. I just want one in like blue or black. You know, patchwork is pretty okay, but I think just indigo dyed ones I think are pretty good. I do need pockets, and I don't want them to have hand warmers. I want them to have patch pockets. So that's a big thing that I want for mine. But anyway, you get to find cool stuff like this at the Rose Bowl. You know, if you just think about it, and it's cool to kind of experiment. So I got mine for $180, which is a little bit expensive, but I really like mine. Obviously, mine is a little bit more like dressier because it's like silk. It's not made of indigo cotton, or whatever, or patchwork. So mine's more dressy, which I kind of like to wear more with tailoring. I don't mind it if it was like made of indigo or whatever. But yeah, I'm okay. Maybe mine's like a sashiko kind of. I mean, it's also like, because it's like, this is. I'll put this in the chat here. Like, this is kind of what it looks like when it's not worn. Like when it's like actually worn, it's like the sleeves are a little bit past the elbow. The length goes a little bit to my upper thigh, not to my knee, but it goes right there. There's no like closure and there's no pockets, so it's kind of a I guess a souvenir version of that. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's fun to find stuff like that. I mean, like MJ and I found like the hoppy coats while we were there too the last time, and I think maybe MJ will now have my brown stripe one because it's like I don't need it as much anymore, and that way MJ can have a more neutral one because you have like a kind of a crazy pattern on yours, right?
Yeah, the indigo one.
And indigo ones. Yeah, so like the Rose Bowl is really great to find stuff like this where you can just go in there, like you want to like experiment with like, military chinos. Well, you'll probably have some stuff like that there. It's also a good source for a lot of Polo Ralph Lauren stuff that's not tailoring. Like our friend Michael while we were there got a green a navy what do you call it? A navy.
He joined the Navy.
Yeah, he joined the Navy. No, what do you call it? Fucking cardigan, a Polo Ralph Lauren cardigan. Shawl collar with like the patch pockets for like $20 or $40, something like that. It's really good. I get a lot of my work shirts there. Obviously, you have to like look through it. Like I made sure when I was looking at this one, or my jacket, it was the Howery, whatever it is. I don't know. But like make sure there's no stains on it. Make sure there's no holes anywhere, or if there are, like if you're okay with that, like my work shirt I got today obviously has like some wear, but not in the collar, not in the chest. It's all like on the back or like the lower part that you can't really see if I tuck it in anyway. So that's really cool. And that brings me to MJ, where I can now give him a khaki work shirt because I don't
pass it on.
Yeah, I can pass on the one I can't close around my neck. And so yeah, this is, I love all of this stuff. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive after this. Yeah, again, here's the inspiration. Not that one.
Not that. I'm trying. There's not.
There it is. Yeah, it's hard to see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, David, you're watching the stream. Help me out with this fucking shit, dude.
So
like, it's got pockets.
Is there like is there a photo, like a full body shot? Did you?
No, dude. There's not even a BTS scene of this. Make it bigger. Maybe enhance it. You can also do the one. Yeah, there we go.
Well, wait. Here we go.
Nope. Yeah, you can see the length there, which again is the vibe. I mean, again, he's like kind of wearing a weird tunic thing underneath it, which we've later confirmed is a vest, because there is a behind the scenes image. Of him. No time to die.
Like doing a break or something without the jacket.
That's all you're giving me?
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but like this is like what I really I found the image of him.
Okay, can you like
I'll put it in live right here. Yeah, there's nothing from like the actual scene that I want it to be from. But then he also has like a liner version of it, or like a kind of like milk syrup material.
You can see the pants too, I guess.
Which are kind of like an indigo or kind of like a multi-stripe kind of a thing.
I mean, it's also that reminds me of like Japanese workwear cloth too.
Yeah, and then like the shirt's like a very slubby linen kind of a thing going on, and then he's got like a the flecked neck thing.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is. But yeah, I need this jacket. So, David, if you know what this is, any search terms I can use for this, again, be my guest. Again, it doesn't have to be the exact. Obviously, I've posted on my story and everything, like my approximation of this look.
That's not what I want.
But like, it's like I obviously don't need the exact thing, but it's cool if I have it because this is more. This is tailored.
You can see the cloth here, I guess. So that looks like it could be like that's a corduroy.
Yeah, corduroy Kendogi. Do Kendogi coats have like hip pockets? Because his has a hip pocket. Like if you see like a thing, he's clearly got it on. But yeah, I'm really into this again. This mixture. It's kind of like Filipino revenge, right, against imperialism in a sense. Which someone texted me that
spoils of
And then there's not much of this, but it's like he has one like in military, like olive drab.
Yeah, which is really cool. Yeah, I know that they normally don't like Noragis don't have one either. But yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, anyway, back to the Rose Bowl. Yeah, he's got weird flecked pants and like military boots. Yeah, you can see the hip pocket right there in that image. You can see it kind of curving up.
Yeah.
I don't need the Swedish military parka and the Japanese Noi mask.
Oh wait, not that.
God, Jesus Christ!
The spooky mask.
Yeah.
It really seemed like the mask was going to be a bigger deal.
Yeah, we can't. Hey, you'll have to listen to the full episode on that when it comes out. But any other stuff from the flea market, Spencer? Any other tips? I mean, again, like it's good to come in with open mind. It's fun to see what other people could approximate. Like, there's a lot of short jackets there. So if you ever wanted to experiment with, like, basically, if you want to experiment with whatever Ethan and Spencer wear, the Rose Bowl is a great way to kind of get that like out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, because it's kind of hard to like find this stuff out in the wild. And so, yeah. Anything else from you guys?
I can't think of many other. Well, I guess tips and tricks. Just like get to know people. I guess.
Ask questions sometimes. That's good. What's this?
If you get to know sellers, they might get you a discount. Might give you a discount, whatever. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, it's really fun. I didn't see anybody else there. I had a mission, and after I spent all my cash, and which is really great because all the cash in my wallet was what I've had from previous Rose Bowls. So I just haven't spent anything until like literally this weekend, where I spent a lot of it. Basically getting like the tote bag, got a work shirt, I got the Yucatan shoes, I got the kimono top kind of a thing, whatever it is. And yeah, just really, really great Rose Bowl. And if anyone's ever in town, if anyone's ever in town, the second Sunday of every month, head on to Pasadena and check it out there. You might see Ethan and Spencer walking around hunting for vintage, or you may not. Who knows? Because sometimes we spend too much money the previous month, and we're like, okay, we don't need the other one.
Sometimes we're hunting for other things.
Yeah. Hey, also, like, Spencer and MJ missed this one, so maybe we have to make up for it the next time and see. Maybe MJ's got to get this fucking coat too, man. Come on, we got to get this. Yeah, unfortunately, Spencer's white, so
Unfortunately,
yeah,
he has less flexibility in that.
Yeah,
I don't. Field. I used to. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I think like there was a time where I was like, I really wanted like a cool Noragis jacket or whatever, or.
Look up Simon Crompton Kendogi. Let's see. Look it up. Let's look up Simon Crompton.
I'm not. I don't think I'd.
Damn, that's going in inspo. That picture right there is so good.
Yeah.
You gotta look up Simon Crompton or Permanent Style. Let's see how he wore his.
Simon Crompton.
Oh.
Hi, my name's Simon Crompton. No shorts in the city. Simon, you cheeky bugger.
Okay, let's see. Like, okay, so I don't like this. I don't like this. I mean, it's like, it makes sense, right? It's like homeware, but it's just so like, it's so white to me, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like he's wearing it with a t-shirt.
Hey, Simon Feet.
Oh, no sharks.
No sharks.
No sharks here.
Yeah. Oh, his Cal. He didn't go to Berkeley, but
putting his feet out there for free, man.
Why would you take a picture of that bug, bro?
What if he blurred it out? Ah, scary bug. Ah.
Oh, there it is. Let's see here.
That's cool.
Okay, kind of. I mean, the garment itself is really good. I just wouldn't wear it away.
Gorgeous garment.
Yeah. Oh, look at the back, dude. Can you? I guess you can see right through it. Did you know someone on TikTok said I was the king of see-through garments because of my sport coats?
I guess that's a pretty good thing to be the king of.
Yeah.
You should post Marco when he's wearing one of his mesh shirts.
Oh yeah, then he'll really get it. But yeah, how about let's talk first a little bit about Dirtbag Ivy. Let's look up that GQ article.
What's the GQ headline? Do you remember?
Dirtbag Ivy. It's Dirtbag
Ivy. Ivy style enters the dirtbag era.
Okay, first off, do we think that Tom Cruise in Risky Business is Ivy?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know why
is he wearing that? Those look like swell
okay.
stitches.
Well, why don't you look it up now? Look up Tom Cruise Risky Business. What if a bunch of punks enter the show?
Wait, doesn't he wear? Isn't he wearing like a pink OCBD or something?
Is he?
Wait, is that an OCBD? I can't tell.
I don't. Can we show this?
I feel like you're allowed to show. Come on. They're not goddamn. Well, they might be prudes. Yeah, that's not an Ivy jacket.
Yeah. But put that in inspo. By the way, that's a pretty good inspo.
Yeah. But we might not. Yeah, but we might not. Okay, this is kind of preppy. I don't know.
As you know, we are the arbiters of Ivy style.
Gotta be honest, haven't seen the movie, so.
Yeah, really good sunglasses. I mean, obviously, right? But like, really good sunglasses. They've got the perfect like cat eye shape to them. You know.
I'm gonna see if you can just search Tom Cruise Norm Macdonald and find the picture. Yeah, all the stars. Looks he entered, he died and then entered Tom Cruise.
The soul. Yeah. The stroke of your saber.
What if Norm Macdonald was Palpatine and Tom Cruise was part of the dyad?
That would be so good.
But here we go. They're quoting Dick Carroll up top. Also featured in J. Crew. We're not going to have a third J. Crew discussion, I don't think.
I don't. Is it on there? I'll look it up on my own. Mm-hmm. J. Crew, Dick Carroll. But yeah, basically this article kind of goes through, like, again, Ivy's Dirtbag is like a nod to the past, but one that is, I like this, one that is more Mad Magazine and less secondary character in Dead Poet Society.
I mean, I'm a big Mad head. I think Mad Magazine is great, so.
Yeah. And so, I guess the idea of this is like, it's like preppy, but not really. It's kind of like more so fun. It's like, it's kind of subverting what was already anti-fashion. Like Ivy was like anti-fashion, right? It's like classics. And then this is like even going further against that, where it's like you're infusing a little bit of fashion and an attitude to Ivy to kind of make it dirtbag. And then does it say what calls it dirtbag in here? It's supposed to be silly, I think, or whatever.
So why is the L capitalized here? Someone get their copy editor.
I mean bolded.
Sorry, bolded. It's capitalized this way. You know what I mean? And I know that you do. Wait, shit, that's just the Jazzman thing.
Can you dig it? I knew that you could.
Oh no, I'm the Jazzman.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like 2016. You can just, like, reporters have just taken the word dirtbag and put it in front of a thing. Been like, now there's a dirtbag.
We had Scum Prep, right? Did we have Scum something earlier?
Yeah, but I'm not criticizing the article necessarily, but, like, is anyone calling it Dirtbag Ivy before this article came out? Like,
well, apparently we kind of coined a little bit of Scumbro, right? Or Scumbag.
Did we coin that? I feel like I stole it from somewhere.
Yeah, no, we definitely did, because I feel like, but someone did say, oh yeah, Ethan calls it Scumbag, like, look, and I'm like, I feel like I don't call it that.
Yeah.
We did coin Slouch, we could take credit for Slouch.
Good for us.
That's us.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jonathan Wertheim here, Berkeley Breathes is also quoted in this article, saying Ivy's for everyone, have fun with it ain't that serious. One thing, you're an English teacher, but maybe having 3 separate mottos in one thing is not the way to go.
Brevity is the soul of wit.
Yeah, what are you, the Geico with like fucking like 5 different spokespeople?
That would be cool if he had like the caveman and then the like Rod Serling guy or whatever.
And then the money with the eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's about not what's it called here? How is he putting this here? He thinks that the history of Ivy is kind of oversimplified. The death of formality is greatly exaggerated, not because people don't want to wear suits, but because we're tired of Men's Warehouse, which is what we're saying. Yeah, we also don't think that it's. We kind of agree with Berkeley, right? Where it's like, we don't think that people dislike suits because people do like it, especially after like The Crown and seeing the prep resurgence through like No and ALD. But it's about they want cool clothing, and suits can be cool. It doesn't have to be, It doesn't have to be like the Men's Warehouse corporate stuff. And by that example, it's like you can have fun with Ivy. Again, make it kind of more dirtbag. It says here, in my mind, Dirtbag Ivy is something a little bit different. Something that says something more about right now than the last few years. It emerges from their desire to get dressed again, but not too dressed. At least just yet, maybe not ever. Dress down, dress up, basically. This might signal of how we get dressed in the future. We'll still see people wearing blazers, but it's more likely there will be a sweatshirt or a rugby shirt underneath it as much as there could be a shirt and tie. The old ways might finally be dead. Kill the past.
Yeah. Kill the past.
Yeah. He's saying it's less dependent on the ties to the old school. It has been sold on. Nobody wants to hang out like they hang. Nobody wants to look like they hang out with people named Muffy and Biff. Nobody wants to start putting trousers and dress shirts that were already uncomfortable fit less than 20 months ago. But none of us knows what the future holds either. Blah, blah, blah. Have some, maybe dirtbag up some styles a little bit. Now, before we move on, what do we think about, overall Dirtbag Ivy?
I mean, I think, I don't know, it just, it's all part of the menswear singularity that's happening, where, David just says boo. But, I mean, again, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. But I don't know if Dirtbag Ivy is a real thing, or if it's just this is how people dress now.
Right. I mean, it's a little bit intentionally sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit kind of fun, subversive. Something that we've always been kind of, doing in our own way. Maybe not in the same extent as wearing dunks with military chinos or something like that. But we still have we're still wearing sneakers with a cotton suit, etc., stuff like that, which is our own way. Obviously we're maybe not as dirtbaggy. We're not as I wouldn't say sloppy, but a little bit more we're not as cavalier. I would say.
Mm-hmm.
With the way we do Ivy, it's a little bit more. I mean, I wouldn't say it's rugged either. We don't do straightforward rugged Ivy. I feel it's kind of our own thing. We're in the grand scheme of things, style and direction is not that radical with our clothing.
No.
We're not.
It can be if you are pretty conservative, but overall, again, we don't really dress some of the AL. We wouldn't really necessarily do some of the ALD stuff. It's cool, but we wouldn't necessarily have come up with it on our own.
Yeah.
Man, duffel coats are cool.
Yeah. Can't wait to wear mine again. Eventually.
Yeah. But let's check out the other one.
The Ivy style response to this article.
Yeah, well,
under new management. Have we talked about that since the change? The change?
Yeah. Oh, did you see this also? So instead of Ivy style, what was it since 1963, which is what's his name, his birth year? It is now the classics are for everyone. Look at that. He changed the masthead or the whatever of it.
Didn't we find out that the year was just it wasn't his birth date or something?
It was the first. I think it's the first time the word Ivy style was used in an article.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But yeah, and it's under new management now. Fairly nice. Obviously, there's still some twinges there. I mean, you can kind of see it here. Two guys from Ivy style walk into a bar.
Well, it does seem our sails are catching some wind, yes? That's sailor talk right there.
That's sailor talk.
The flurry of prep is coming back. Damn the prep thing, but we could get to that too. That's how you gotta read parentheticals. Articles that line up with our jam.
I write with so many parentheticals, dude. It's you gotta interject yourself every single time.
I just use M dashes too much. I love the M dash. It's my favorite.
I've been starting. I went from using parentheticals, and I started to also add in some semicolons, and then now I'm using end dashes. So
it's the best punctuation.
Hell yeah, dude.
And so anyway, he did the thing about the GQ. If you're a part of our Facebook group, and a lot of our fans are banned from there, unfortunately, but as you should be, it is the best curated, most engaging group of its kind on Facebook. That sounds like our Discord, but it's not on Facebook. Yeah, it's on Discord.
Yeah, it used to be in a little bit of Rest community, but then we kind of abandoned it a little bit because we aren't paid to manage that one. We are paid to manage our Discord.
So I'd say if you're looking for the best curated, most engaging group on Discord, look no further than the style direction. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but okay, when they're shut down, if you're part of a group that I've been writing the idea of 1, needing to understand the history of Ivy, and 2, needing to understand and master the rules, and then 3, needing to assemble the basic elements, and 4, combining the basic elements with culturally relevant pieces to create a style I call degage. Is that how you say it?
Is it dégagé? Is that yeah? What? I don't know. Hold on.
Dégagé? That sounds like it could be right. And anyway, see if you could get to it before I get to the end of this paragraph, which is when he references it again. And I have been saying that this is the future of Ivy. The uniform still stands, always will stand, is eternal, and is not to be f-with in any shape or form. Sound like Mike Love over here, but modern life makes it hard to wear the uniform every day, and in order to perpetuate the aesthetic, we have to let it
degage.
We need to let it Berkeley breathe, let a new generation have it, and see what happens. What happens is degage.
Did you say we have to let it Berkeley breathe?
I added that in.
That's good. Yeah.
It is not Dirtbag. So my first thought to Mr. Diamond was, what's with the Dirtbag? His answer was off the record, not because he asked.
Yeah, we won't even know what it is.
But because I asked him on the record questions, and this wasn't one of them. Okay. I wish you had that on the record, but so you're gonna have to trust me on this. There's a legit, albeit there is a legit, albeit a little bit info on. Into the weeds for Aziz to determine. We can leave it at that.
What
theme,
does that mean?
I don't know. There is a legit, albeit a little bit into the weeds. I feel, is a word missing from there, or is my reading comprehension skills?
No, I think there's a legit, albeit a little bit into the weeds.
Okay, reason. Okay, I feel. I mean, maybe a comma couldn't go there, but. That's a lot of words next to each other that I'm not used to seeing next to each other.
Yeah.
With this theme, Diamond is spot on. He's a good writer. I've asked him 3 questions to consolidate all the thinking. And he's kind enough to really dive in. Here's the first question.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, we're not going to get into everything here, but obviously Ivy, I mean, they agree. Like that Ivy is, like, relaxed. I think
they need to standardize this is not the...
Yeah, then if you look at the last, the first one's wrong, and then it goes back to normal, like right after that one. But yeah, no, it's like what's it called here? That degage comes from life and not making a statement a good one. And it's like you can read through this, and again, like I think John's kind of got it here. Obviously, John, I think they're both called John, right? John Burton, and then.
Diamond.
And then Jason. Sorry, Jason. John and Jason. Yeah, they both kind of agree about like the state of Ivy, but like I think what they disagree with is like the idea of looking presentable, right? Where it's like I think there's this thing in this article about where right there. I think right here at the bottom. Yes, if you so okay, let me go through the article. So Jason says. There's always been a stigma surrounding certain clothing, but I think if people get the feeling that you're rich or elitist or draw conclusions based on the way that you're dressed, it could stick you with a metaphorical stench that you don't want. That's unfortunate, but these are weird times. And then John responds saying, "It could, if you read the sentence correctly, it could stick you with a metaphorical stench that you maybe don't want. Maybe it's the operative term. I would add that I do want that stench. In fact, it is what I am trying to create." And well, in fact, it's what I trying to create. The idea that not everything existed a few years ago needs to be moved on in order for us to progress, that values can be classic in the way that they can stand the test of time, and that maybe I was smart to pick up a few things from those who have gone before me. If that is a stench, let me pour a quarter-sized dollop into my palms and rub it into both cheeks. That's a lot of words. I know I write a lot, but I hope mine is a little bit more coherent. I know what he's saying though here, right? Where he's, I think what's not happening, again, this is all conjecture. You know, we're not in the conversation with them, and we did not read the original emails.
It's off the record.
But yeah, but what seems to be happening here is that, you know, I think they're excusing, like, they look at elitist from two different ways. Jason obviously is using elitist as something that is negative, and I think John and Ivy style is looking at it as something positive. Like, it's more of like, oh, well, we have taste, you know? And it's standards. Like, yeah, he's saying he does want that. And it's saying, like, because he's saying here that if elitism means that I just know the history of my clothes and know the rules and know that, like, this is classic, then lock me up, is what he's saying. You know, if it's a crime to wear classic clothing, then I'm the most guilty guy.
I don't think we can. Probably
no, we can't say that. You can't say that one on here. But it's really interesting. Again, this is kind of like where we kind of lie, where it's like, you know, our issues with Ivy style aren't necessarily with the people, but with this kind of idea that I think we're approaching this the same way. You know, obviously John is is aware that Ivy needs to, like, move on and be updated and be warned to the particular context. But I think that they get so focused on their semantics and, like, what words mean, and you know, and it's like, because again, like I would say, I think that we are probably more conservative than like Dirtbag Ivy in how we dress, right? But we don't think that it's not from a place of superiority in a sense. And when we talk about, like, signaling things, we want to signal that we're cool and not, like, we don't want to look rich. We just want to look cool. You know, I think that's kind of the whole thing here. Like, again, I know, and Ivy style is rooted in this whole thing, right? I mean, you know, it's like a classic way to make you look like any other guy that could be gone to an Ivy League school, no matter what the context is. I think that's fine. Kind of like the idea behind a uniform is fine, but in reality, uniforms also have their own connotations, right? Like, prep schools, private schools have uniforms, and that's not necessarily an accessible thing for a lot of people, so that automatically puts them at a different strata and a different, like, context. So it's I you know, again, I have no problem with Ivy. I wear OCBDs, I wear chinos, I wear blazers, I wear 3-roll-2 all the time, but I'm still aware of what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I still don't want to, again, I don't want to look elitist, and I don't think that Jason wants to do it wants to look like that either, but I think he's a little, obviously, clearly a little bit offended, or he doesn't like the idea of being a dirtbag.
It's like, I find their position so interesting, because over here you have the question, like, you know, or he has this, like, answer, which I thought was pretty good, just about how there's
Jason's answer.
Yeah, Jason's answer, just about how there's, like, not the same sense of just, like putting any effort into, like, your appearance or whatever, or like how he talks presentation of seriousness. I like the term that he uses there.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, like, I don't know, it's, like, so interesting to have, like, the guy who's writing for GQ about, like, the Dirtbag Ivy, and he's, like, he's the one, like, arguing against elitism, but then he's, like, the more, I guess, like, nostalgic of the two. Like, the John says, like, yeah, I have less nostalgia for the way things were. And it's just interesting. I would have thought that
what's the top of
here.
Yeah, what's the number 3 says here? As self-expression was being communicated since I was to work was that I belong to something I would have to be taken seriously, and I take myself seriously. If the workplace is no longer the place to communicate that, it spills over to socially, which shifts us into the alternate universe where people dress more formally socially than they do for work. See, this is interesting too, because which is kind of, I think that this whole thing, again, David's saying semantics in the chat here. It's like, you know, we talk about formality, but I think everyone out there, MFA, Ivy style, no matter what it is, they get so hung up on formality that people forget aesthetics, right? They forget that things have a particular look. You know, it's like, you can't just say a guy wearing a blazer is more formal, because I feel like a guy wearing a t-shirt and jeans can look more normal than a guy wearing a sport coat, t-shirt, and jeans. I would in fact think that the guy wearing the sport coat, t-shirt, and jeans has more of like a schlubby attitude to him, because it seems so weird that you would wear a t-shirt with a blazer.
I mean,
right?
It's this is the like, I'm not getting like nostalgic for this, but if like you look at like TV shows from like the 80s or 90s, if they cut to like a random guy, he's he might be wearing like a blazer or a shirt and tie, and it's like it's just one of those things where like just 20-30 years ago, I guess in the universe of TV sitcoms, any given man, like a random man, like chances are he might be wearing like a tie or blazer or something, because that's just what it's just what you wore.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, again, it's so weird to think about things like formally, because again, these are just as much as I said, these are just what people wore. It's the fact that now, as things are more casual, and especially after the pandemic, that you get this whole like, okay, well now we're way more like menswear is way more formal than any of these other schlubs out there. Not saying that that's what Ivy Style is saying, but like people can make that distinction. And I feel like that's just so weird, because maybe like you want to look like a regular dude in 1999, which is what's happening with like, the scum bro yuppie style, I guess Dirtbag Ivy. It's an aesthetic that you want, and I feel like menswear gets cooler and looser once you start thinking about things as everything is an aesthetic. It's like we would say we don't want to show off our undershirts because we don't want to look like Michael Bluth. But now that we are kind of getting nostalgic for like that Y2K style, and again the Dirtbag Ivy, it's like, yeah, well, Michael Bluth is kind of Dirtbag Ivy because or at least sloppy, because he's got like the button-up shirt, maybe not always no CBD, but like the blazer, the khakis, and like an exposed undershirt, which again you would maybe say is like pretty bad, but it's kind of like the look now. Guys are all wearing like the exposed rib tank tops and everything, so it's like what I think what's happening here is that Ivy Style is assuming that everyone wearing Dirtbag Ivy is doing it to just be like formal again, like it's a resurgence of like hashtag menswear, but it's just like another look, right? It's just ALD doing ALD's thing. It's just Noah doing, and this is not supposed to be people wearing this for work, people wearing this for like dinners. This is what people wear for fun. And I know that Ivy Style and a lot of, and not just Ivy Style, but like menswear people, style form people, MFA people, they really want this to be like back as a look, but I think what they're forgetting is these people aren't the people that are doing it. Like these, like the new money is not going to be wearing like ALD like this. Like we talked about this, like I think in like Knives Out, where like the rich dad is wearing like a nylon safari jacket from like Brunello Cucinelli and like a polo shirt. He's not wearing like a trad jacket with like a Tattersall vest and like a OCBD, and it's his asshole kid wearing the cable knit sweater, and I think that's kind of a good example of like the Dirtbag Ivy, right? It's like this, it's a perfect example. It's like, all these people dressing up like like I think Ivy still doesn't like the whole Wes Anderson thing, but it's like, well, the creatives aren't like they're not the people that you would normally, they're not press people, they're not teachers. These are like artists, and artists of they like to co-opt different things, so it's just interesting to see what they do in here. Oh, what's this happening? It is Degage. What's happening? Are they talking about Degage again?
Oh no, I was just going through, I wanted to see what they're talking about. They're talking about Vampire Weekend.
Yeah, do they really like Vampire Weekend? I mean, I know
they just like, they dressed preppy, so they just wrote an article about that. But I don't know. These are all photos from like 10 years ago. So, and
it's also like, not great. Wait, go back down. Trends Watch. There you go. Trends Watch, Beams Plus, and Vampire Weekend.
Where is that?
It's right there. Related posts. It's right there. Wait, we should go see the comments on the other thing too. On the
yes, it's really happening. Big media outlets are reporting on the Ivy League men's fashion trend. What the clothes look like is a different story.
Okay.
So he's just linking us to an article that I think he doesn't like. Hype Beast.
Oh, I think I like. Dude, that first really one's good. So good.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. What else? Yeah. Go right. I think you can. I guess you can click.
I gotta click on the lookbook.
Oh no, you have it. Oh, no, never mind. Wrong. There, if you hover over the right side of it, you'll get it.
Oh. Ah, very subtle. Okay, that's
okay.
cool.
That left one is bad.
Yeah.
The right one is okay. Oh, okay. The one on the right sucks.
Yeah, that just looks like whatever.
A regular guy.
Yeah.
Oh, then we get some good shit right here, dude.
That's pretty good.
Good shit. Oh, hey, Olive Suit. And I love suits.
The TV show?
These are whatever. Yeah, the TV show. The only one you can watch a sex scene with a royal.
Yeah.
Man, Anorax, New Balance, dude. It's like, man, I wish. Oh man, the black watch suit. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I do like that left look. Yeah. He's wearing it so low.
Yeah.
That's kind of a Woody Harrelson thing on the right there.
He's Carnage.
Yeah, talk to my therapist.
Yeah.
Good. Again, another good example of like the raglan check, like gun check jacket here. The right, I'm not really feeling.
Mm-hmm. Can't seem off.
Yeah. Whoa, that's kind of cool on the left there.
I don't. The right one is like seems like J. Crew outfit.
Yeah. These are kind of. I mean, the one on the left is okay. Oh, the one on the there you go. That's good. The one on the left is good. There, kind of like mid-century, not really Ivy.
Good shirt. Good jacket.
I mean, I wouldn't say any of these are really Ivy. They're kind of vaguely preppy. They're also like just mid-century.
Yeah, and that's it. That's our look
at
2019.
Well, let's finish off with some comments about from this one.
Yeah, love the playlist. Although a former member of a competing,
you're in the wrong one. You're in the wrong one.
Oh, do we want to look at what the comments on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's asking him to do the little accents. Number 1,
How about
engage.
This?
That guy loves freaking Star Trek. Super funny. How about this? Free Ivy. The verb, adjective, and adverb.
I mean, he forgot the Oxford comma there.
Yeah.
Forgot the Oxford comma.
You know, you don't have to use it on a case-by-case basis. We got Richard E. Press commenting here. Went to prep school during a time most of my boarding school compatriots dressed Ivy. Preppy? Give me a break.
Is this him saying like he doesn't want to be considered dressed preppy like he was considered dressing Ivy?
I guess so. It's like, fuck that. And then once again, use the accents, dumbass. Maybe the best piece I have read in years on the subject. Motivational.
The gaggy.
In an odd way. I had to look it up in my Merriam-Webster collegiate dictionary. Does he use the collegiate one because of Ivy style? He's always at college.
That's good.
Nonchalant and being free and easy, like the magazine. Reading both the post and the question and answers, I keep coming back to, reading both the post and the question and answers, what I keep coming back to is that we are talking about the future, and this style is seen as a living and vital thing. As such, it is open to change. Styles only become rigid with a bevy of self-appointed experts when they are dead. I'm not actually dead yet. And my wardrobe, although wearing thin and fighting a never-ending battle against time and moths, I hope you win that battle, is holding its own. There's a room and invitation for change and innovation. I'm glad to see you swing away from the position that there's a right or wrong look. Keep up the good work.
Comment. I like that. That's a good one.
Preppy is documented in use at prep schools around the same time you were in prep school yourself. You might not like the word, but it is a real word. You got the preppy.
Fighting over. Talk about fighting over semantics.
Yeah, old trad. It might be documented in print, but we didn't describe the clothing style as Ivy. We said Ivy League. Certainly never preppy. Later on, I only heard it using despairingly by beatniks and hippies.
So if we're coining phrases, does that make us beatniks and hippies?
We're Shakespeare.
What are they still talking about this? Wait, go back up.
Yeah, this guy's talking about it. This guy's talking about it. This lady's not, or this not a lady, but that kind of
dogs.
Yeah.
What if it's a dog?
What's up, dog? Those hats are coming back in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah. People love those white college hats.
Nothing is easier than chinos, penny loafers, and OCPD. That's 3 fits. I don't like the use of 3/5 compromise. But no, I'm just kidding. That's 3/5 of the uniform right there. If you're so worried about folks thinking you're on your way to stock up on tiki torches, Self Edge will sell you the Rick Owens special: black jeans, black
Why not go to
overshirt,
Rick Owens for the Rick Owens
and
special?
Yeah, does Self Edge sell the Rick Owens?
They did a, I think, not a collaboration. I think they like sold a Rick Owens thing.
Oh, and Black Snakes for only 27,800. So this guy is saying,
does this guy not know what an overshirt is? It says it in the name.
Also, that's like a term that's been around for like a long time, right?
In a while. Yeah.
Yeah, stained. In the 40s or 50s, there was a presentation of seriousness the seriousness involved that we just don't have today, and that's unfortunate for a number of reasons. One of them is the expendability of individuals to companies. Skin a polo shirt doesn't fit anybody right. There's a company logo on it. Put them to work at a low wage is the idea. So that's from the article itself.
From the article.
And he goes, the school which I teach requires male teachers to wear blazers and ties. Work for absurdly low salaries relative to our degrees. Many of us have PhDs and experience. We tend to present the presentation of seriousness because we're white-collar workers getting paid an hourly worker's wage. I'm not sure what this comment's trying to do. Like, it's kind of anti, like if you think you look like a Nazi, then go to Rick Owens.
And then he's
is it saying that?
But then he's also kind of being a comrade at the end there.
I had to look up Self Edge and Rick Owens.
Your thing.
Yeah.
Gee, thanks. I wish I had the last 5 minutes of my life back. What the fuck was this guy doing? Let me just looking at
Rick
jeans.
Owens.
Yeah, let's look up Rick Owens.
Self Edge. No, do the Rick Owens Self Edge thing.
Did he spend 5 minutes looking at this and being like, "What the heck is this? What the heck? That's some sort of shirt over?
It's
what the heck?"
It's kind of sick, actually. It's kind of like the high waist is pretty good. I mean, again, I wouldn't wear it, but like
legs.
These aren't even like, dude. These are like just slightly different Converse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
none of this is like, this is all like takes on classics. You know, like this fucking.
Yeah.
It's like, are you gonna start like saying, "Oh, well, that's not fusion jazz. That's not like East Coast jazz." You know?
Jazz.
Yeah. Famously, that's not jazz.
That's not real pizza.
Look at the. It won't let me. Oh, here's this. Like, yeah, like what could you have to like be mad about this Ivy style, dude? What the heck? There's a seam in the back. That's crazy.
Yeah, he spent 5 minutes looking at it, and he's like, I gotta get my time back.
Yeah. It was once again. It's like the end of.
Wait! I wish I had 5 minutes of my life back. Then immediately says, "Life is too short for resentment." Hold on,
buddy. Well, that's why he's so mad, because he's like, life is so short, and I just lost 5 minutes to Rick Owens.
Rick Owens is stealing the 5 minutes. He can live 5 minutes longer.
Yeah, he keeps stealing. Anytime you go to the Rick Owens website, he's stealing your life force. I'm sorry to have inflicted Rick on you.
Well, like inflicted dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves teaching English.
Wait. It's a privilege to make something like a living reading and talking about Shakespeare and Milton Berle, and other greats. But hate the way private school boards and administrators pay their teachers. Okay, whatever.
Good post. And then, yeah, it's weird. It's weird when you just people are just having conversations.
What's the last comment? Last comment?
A brisk, bleak, and breezy morning on the beach in the bay with the dogs. That's a lot of alliteration there. Old RL khaki cutoffs, ancient white polo shirt, and a navy drifter sweater. A beautiful day the Lord has made. Will. Why is that comment so funny? A brisk, bleak, and breezy morning on the beach at the bay with the dogs.
Well, he had to do it after wasting 5 minutes of his life looking at Rick Owens, right?
So Rick Owens, he's like, I gotta go to the fucking beach. This is
also, I mean, as funny as the comment is, he lucked out on what is probably the best username on Ivy Style, Daxsuit. It's kind of like at the Marvel, like the R Marvel on Reddit. It's like, you know, if you were early enough, back in 2008 or whatever, you could have claimed like the flares of like Iron Man or whatever way back when.
And then we have Honest Abe, Abraham Lincoln is in here. Remember the days when the only adults in jeans and t-shirts or hoodies were waiting in line at the unemployment office? Man.
I will say, didn't George Costanza wear Ivy in the unemployment office?
Probably.
So, yeah, wait.
Honest Abe's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, fuck.
I think they all kind of are.
There's a couple of comments in there that are actually pretty positive about the article. I think that they're fine.
I mean this latter part where they're all just talking to each other. They all kind of suck.
God,
like the
uniforms are for people with dubious motives.
What the
hell? Say beware of all enterprises that require new clothes, and not rather a wearer of plot. Henry David Thoreau, I guess.
He spelled clout wrong.
Yeah, clout. I need a new clout. Well, that's Ivy style. A ship of fools. Imagine a world without Ralph Lauren or Alan Flesser. I can't imagine.
I don't want to imagine it. It's too scary.
If the problem when you write articles like that is it's too easy to like do the screenshot from the Simpsons.
Ship of fools. We're going full steam ahead.
There you go. Did you see the music video he did?
No, I haven't yet. Wait, what goes in Welcome to the Preppocalypse? What was in that?
It's an old article. It's from 2018.
Oh.
And it's just
and
it's just like ew. Not very preppy.
Who is Buffy Aldrich? Is that like a fictional character in the Preppy Handbook?
It's an Instagram. 12th generation New Englander Buffy Aldrich searches for clothes that endure.
12th generation, bro. It's like my family's one generation
it's okay
American.
To love clothes. It's okay.
It's
Bruce
okay.
Boyer, Jack Donnelly. Well,
man,
Big T.
You know, you should go to Unabashedly Prep.
Oh man.
Wait, just look it up. Just look it up, and don't go to the top. Let's see. Let's get a palate cleanser right before we close out here.
Style is so much more than this. Oh.
Wait. This is not him.
Wait. No, what if it is him? He's just big into DIY HVAC now.
Wait, what is these? Are these?
Did he get hacked? Or
are these AI articles? Like, what is this?
Family dynamics have changed these days. Our modern life has a big influence on
this. This is weird.
Get us out of here.
Pets are part of the family too. Bitcoin sheds light on the dark web. Korean skincare. Is it the fountain of youth? These computers have gotten even smarter. I hope so.
Dang it, I wish you could go back to like the first like Effie Castleberry stuff.
Is it like wait, could you go to the way back? Like
wait, how about this go no look right there. Oh nope.
Well no, I'm just gonna I wanna see what it looked like in 2000, let's say 2011. Let's look at this screenshot. Yeah, okay, so someone bought his blog and turned it into, like... Someone bought the doname.
Doname.
They got the doname.
Doname.
Or was this him? Was this...
Yeah, he took those pictures.
Yeah, okay. So here it is in 2011, sorry. Jack of all trades.
Yeah, well, okay, let's see. Look at this outfit. I kind of dig, like, the pajama shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you will about Fred. Fred's like a pretty damn good photographer.
Good.
I like this stuff. I mean, hey, there you go. There's some Muffy. Get some of that Muff action.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like one thing. Okay, we never really talked too much about like girls and dating, and I mean we have, but more so the funny failures that I've had.
Funny failures.
But it's like I don't know if I would like, okay, I guess I like casual Ivy girl style. I'm not a big fan of like the whole like pearl necklace, like looking like you're about to get shot in Crime Alley kind of a look. Like I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So when did he go? When did he go from when did he go from buying Alden to like, Never mind, I'm not gonna say anything.
I care.
Goodyear welted.
Oh yeah, what was he listening to in 2011?
Here we go, let's see here. Oh, I listen to Best Coast. Isabel listens to Regina Spektor and Bonnie Bear. Fleet Foxes, Sufjan Stevens, Passion Pit, Death Cab for Cutie.
So we're getting close to the early 2010s nostalgia cycle. So if anyone is planning on throwing the 2010s, 2011s party, this would actually be a pretty good place to put together a playlist. The Effie Castleberry, the Effie Castleberry monthly playlist.
Yeah, there you go.
Memorial Day. Remember what it's for.
Does that thing work?
What, the Internet Wayback Machine?
Oh yeah, so you can click older posts and it'll go.
It worked at least once, yeah, and here it's working again.
Oh wow.
Dave Matthews Band. Zigzag. Oh. We got our first official Effie Castleberry pick. Looking at
he looks so young. Oh my god. And what it's actually kind of a solid fit. I mean, it kind of reminds me of what John was wearing,
Yeah, and look, Johnny Rockets makes a cameo.
Oh my god. Is this Sabaro's Pizza? I see a little red and green up there.
I think that might be Sabaro's. I heart your style. Remember when books looked like that? I mean, books still look like this, I feel like. This is what, like... But if you go through, like, a...
Oh, look at that flat lay, by the way. Look at that flat lay.
We're getting a lot of flat lays.
3-roll 2 was out of Brooks like Black Fleece kind of a thing.
Yeah, maybe.
What are your thoughts? Ooh, are we gonna finish off with the thoughts of Effie Castleberry? Sure, let's get into this.
Should I look at his more modern stuff, or are we gonna stay in the 2011
era? Maybe just go to effiecastleberry.com. How about that? Just not this one. No, go to like the
Jay Washington.
Site. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jay Washington. That's what I think he sounds like. Let me tell you about DIY HVAC.
Again, we have not much to say about the tailoring aspect. Obviously,
I don't think we like that acronym, because if we ever wanted to make aviator sunglasses, now we're going to have to call it something else.
The ghost window sunglasses.
The ghost window.
I think I like Fred as a creative. I think his vision is so cool.
Yeah,
it's obviously a little cheesy, but we're pretty cheesy. It's like not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like we might he might be putting captions on his photographs to make them look like they are stills from a movie, and we Photoshop our faces onto something funny every time we have a bonus episode. So
I think the caption thing is really corny, but I mean I don't have many complaints with this stuff. I appreciate it's like the same reason that I appreciate Wes Anderson, I guess, is because he's created this like very he's created this aesthetic world. He's created this whole world for himself.
Yeah, I would say the thing is,
pretty neat.
Again, with the Wes Anderson thing, my whole thing with it is that it doesn't seem to me as Wes Anderson because it's a little too curated. Like it's more focused on selling clothes, and I know that's a little bit of a reach, obviously. If you watch that video, it looks very Wes Anderson, but it's like once you like really like and I'm not saying that we study film or anything like that, but like we can see the difference and what Wes Anderson could perhaps do differently.
I mean, again, like I think we said, I don't know if we did this when we were looking. Did we look at the lookbook on stream or whatever? But
I don't remember.
But like all these guys are too like conventionally attractive.
Yeah, I mean, again, like
because
like even like Owen Wilson and like Luke Wilson have like kind of like a different, like they don't have like the rugged 5 o'clock shadow and like the short hair,
Well, yeah, because it's like a guy like this is not going to be wearing these fucking shorts, these little boy shorts, and like it just like if you had
at least this guy looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
it makes a little bit more sense here.
You have to. I don't know. There has to be. It has to be some like a little bit unique.
I mean, again, like, yeah, so I'm not a big fan of the tailoring. Obviously, I mean, I think I take cues from Fred a little bit. You know, in terms of photography. You know, there's some ideas, you know, that are kind of. I mean, I think the idea of wearing shorts, like the schoolboy look, is cool. But I wouldn't get a suit made from him because it's just not my cut. Like I would do it my way. If that makes sense.
Yeah, shouldn't just got his friends to do this, like to do the lookbook.
Yeah.
Man, I wish these weren't so much. These are cool.
Do you think he went during a pity he went there and stole it and then
he just took them all? Yeah. I'm gonna sell this for $275.
What would be our version of this?
What, stealing things or what?
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
what?
I do kind of like I don't know. Like I like having like like random, cool looking knickknacks like this everywhere.
I don't know if they would want the ashtray from the hotel. Is it Excalibur? What the fuck's the thing in in Vegas?
Oh, Circus.
No. There's like a night one. There's like a nights one in Vegas.
Oh, Excalibur sounds right, I guess.
Night themed hotel,
Casino.
Vegas.
Collectible Bobastras.
Excalibur Hotel and Casino. Yeah.
Yeah.
Theme medieval Europe.
Yeah, these were stolen.
Honestly, stolen from the Hotel Savoy in Rome.
Yeah. They're stolen.
I mean, I will say it is kind of cool.
That's
cool.
It
is. Yeah, it's. I would love to have something like that. I mean, I wouldn't pay for it from him, but I would probably steal it myself. I mean, he's giving me ideas of what to do, right? Like
this photo's scaring me. Ah! I'm gonna get you.
This is probably, again, I like Fred, but that photo is really silly. I mean, again,
we liked it. Should we comment?
It's cool.
Nice photo. Do I do it? Are we gonna get blocked by Fred now? Did we get blocked by the other person we did that to?
Actually, look it up. Andreas Winus. Let's see. What did we say? What are you looking at?
I don't remember. Oh no, we didn't get blocked.
Was it? No, yeah, I know, but did he respond to the comment?
I doubt it. What did we even comment on? Like, what was the photo? You remember? Because it was an old photo too. That was the thing.
No, I think it's that one.
This one?
No, the one on the bottom right. I think it's this one.
I don't see it.
I don't know.
I think we commented.
What a wild episode we've had today, guys. And if you're interested in doing some more wild stuff with us, join the Discord, patreon.com/downdirection, and you'll have some fun with us in this Discord. And for an extra $5, we thank our top tier patrons. MJ, who are they?
Who are they? They are Austin Malott, Shane Curry, Philip Gregard, Audrey Jessica, Jeremy Ostreicher, Jarrett Colian, and James Devanzo. We thank you all.
We thank you so much.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.